Did you know that the most luxurious silk in the world comes from a tiny worm that does nothing but eat mulberry leaves? Welcome to the fascinating world of sericulture. Today, we are exploring the features of highly domesticated mulberry silkworm and its wilder relatives, the non-mulberry silkworms. Mulberry silkworm. The mulberry silkworm Bombyx mori is the most important silk producing insect in the world. Belonging to the family Bombycidae, it feeds exclusively on mulberry leaves and has been fully domesticated for centuries. Unlike its wild relatives, the domestic silkworm moth can no longer survive in nature, having lost the ability to feed, defend itself, or fly effectively. Its sole purpose in the adult stage is reproduction, after which it dies within few days. Mulberry silk is fine, lustrous, and smooth, forming the backbone of the global silk industry and supporting rural economies in India, particularly in Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, and Jammu and Kashmir. Life cycle of Bombyx mori. The mulberry silkworm is a completely domesticated insect. The silk moth is dioecious, that is, the sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. The development includes a complex complete metamorphosis consisting of four stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. After fertilization, each female moth lays about 300 to 400 eggs. These eggs are placed in clusters on the leaves of the mulberry tree. The female covers the eggs with a gelatinous secretion that glues them to the surface of the leaves. The eggs are small, oval, and usually slightly yellowish in color. The egg contains a good amount of yolk and it is covered by a smooth, hard, chitinous shell. After laying the eggs, the female moth does not take food and dies within 4 to 5 days. In the univoltine brood, they may take months because overwintering takes place in this stage. But the multivoltine broods come out after 10 to 12 days. From the egg hatches out a larva called the caterpillar. The newly hatched larva is about 4 to 6 in length. It has a rough, wrinkled, hairless, and yellowish white or grayish worm-like body. The fully grown larva is about 6 to 8 centimeter in length. The body of the larva is divisible into head, a distinctly segmented thorax, and an elongated abdomen. The head bears mandibulate mouth and three pairs of ocelli. A distinct hook-like structure, the spinneret, is present for the extrusion of silk from the inner silk gland. The thorax of the larva forms a hump and consists of three segments. Each of the three thoracic segments bears a pair of jointed true legs. The tip of each leg has a curved hook for locomotion and ingestion of leaves. The abdomen consists of 10 segments, of which first 9 are clearly marked, while the 10th one is indistinct. The third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and ninth abdominal segments bear ventrally a pair of unjointed stumpy appendages called prolegs or pseudolegs. The eighth segment carries a short dorsal anal horn. A series of respiratory spiracles are present on either lateral side of the abdomen. The picture depicts the life stages in the life cycle of Bambex mori: egg, 5 instars of larval stages, pupa, and adult. The larva is a voracious eater and strongly gregarious. In the beginning, chopped young mulberry leaves are given as food, but with the advancement of age, entire and mature leaves can be provided as food. The larval life lasts for 2 to 3 weeks with 5 instars. After each molt, the larva grows rapidly. A fully grown larva is about 8 centimeters long and becomes transparent and golden light brown in appearance. A pair of long sac-like silk glands now develops into the lateral side of the body. The full grown larva now stops feeding and begins to secrete a clear, sticky fluid through the spinneret. This sticky thread wraps around the body of the caterpillar larva, forming a complete pupal case called the cocoon. The cocoon formation takes about 3 to 4 days. The cocoon serves as a comfortable house for the protection of the caterpillar larva for further development. The cocoon is white or yellow, thick, oval capsule. The larval organs such as abdominal prolix, anal horn, and mouth parts are last. The adult organs such as antennae, wings, and copulatory apparatus develop. The pupa finally metamorphoses into an adult in about 2 to 3 weeks. The adult moth emerges out through an opening at the end of the cocoon in about 2 to 3 weeks. Immediately before emergence, the pupa secretes an alkaline fluid that softens one end of the cocoon, and after breaking its silk threads, a feeble, crumbled adult squeezes its way out. Soon after the emergence, the adult silk moths mate, lay eggs, and die. The life cycle of mulberry silkworm is completed within 45 to 55 days, consisting of the egg, larva, pupa, and adult moth stage. The egg stage lasts for 9 to 10 days. The larval stage lasts for 24 to 28 days. The pupal stage lasts for 8 to 10 days. And the adult moth stage lasts only for 3 to 4 days. Non-mulberry silkworms. Silk insects other than mulberry silk insects are called non-mulberry silk insects. They are reared outdoors in wild. They are also known as wild silk insects. The only exception is the domesticated airy silk moth, Samia racine. Muga silkworm. The Muga silkworm, Anthrea assamensis, is an unique silk-producing insect found exclusively in Assam and the northeastern region of India. Belonging to the family Saturnidae, it is renowned for producing golden yellow silk of exceptional luster and durability. Considered one of the costliest silks in the world. Muga silkworms are multivoltine, completing 5 to 6 generations annually, and their larvae feed primarily on Som, Persea bombacina, and Solo, Listia polyantha trees. The life cycle of Muga silkworm comprises egg, larva, pupa, and adult stages. Each female moth lays around 150 eggs. The egg is oval in shape, dorsoventrally flattened, and creamy to brownish gray in color. They hatch in about 7 days in summer and 16 days in winter. The newly hatched larva is black in color with distinct yellow lines. The head is small but distinct and black in color. They measure 0.6 to 1.3 centimeter in length. They actively feed on the leaves of their food plants and pass through 4 molds to reach a size of 4 to 5.5 centimeter. The fully grown larva spins a cocoon around itself and then transforms into a pupa. The pupal stage lasts for 14 days in summer and 40 days in winter. Adult moths emerge from the cocoon, mate, lay eggs, and continue their generation. Like the mulberry silk moths, they do not have mouthparts and die in about a week. Airy silkworm, Samia ricini, also known as peace silk, it is a domesticated species reared mainly in Assam and other northeastern states of India. It is unique because its silk is spun rather than reeled, making it eco-friendly since the pupae are not killed during processing. The larvae feed primarily on castor, Ricinus communis, and produce a soft wool-like silk that is warm and durable. Airy silkworms are multivoltine, completing several generations annually. The life cycle of airy silkworm has 4 stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. A complete life cycle lasts for about 44 days in summer and 85 days in winter. The eggs are ovoid in shape and white in color. By the time they hatch, they become ash to blackish color. The newborn larva is greenish yellow in color, and the fully grown larva is translucent and covered with a white powdery substance. The larval span varies from 20 days in summer and to 50 days in winter. Fully mature larva spins a cocoon around it and then transforms into a pupa. The cocoons are long, soft, and without a peduncle. One end is narrow and open. Pupation usually takes around 10 to 20 days depending on the environmental temperature. The adult moth emerges from the cocoon in about 10 days from the day of spinning. After mating, each moth lays around 400 eggs, which depend on the feed and the season. The total life cycle lasts about 45 days in summer and 90 days in winter. Tussar silkworm. The tussar silkworm, Anthrea milita and Anthrea prolae, is a semi-domesticated insect belonging to the family Saturnidae, widely reared in central India and the Himalayan belt. Tussar silk is copperous, coarse, and highly durable, making it suitable for furnishing, fashion, and tribal livelihoods. The tropical tussar species Anthrea milita feeds on arjun, Terminalia arjuna tree, and Asan, Terminalia tomentosa tree. The life cycle of tussar silkworm includes egg, larva, pupa, and adult moth stages. The eggs are oval in shape, dorsoventrally flattened, and dark brown in color. They hatch in about 12 days. The newly hatched larva is dull brownish yellow with a black head and molt 4 times and pass through 5 larval instar stages. The larval period varies from 30 and 70 days during different seasons. They spin hard hammock-like cocoons with peduncles. The pupal stage varies from days to months depending on volatilism. Adults show sexual dimorphism with females larger and broader winged than males. Each female lays around 200 eggs, ensuring the continuation of the life cycle. Tussar silk is valued for its strength, texture, and cultural importance, supporting rural sericulture and tribal communities across India.